so fine because it's not a natural fiber, so it's not displacing as much lint. It is a fantastic blending thread. So for quilters who don't want the thread to be like the primary focus of a quilt, they want to use thread that's going to be more of a blending, but focus more like that panel quilt.
Yeah.
You really want the art on the panel,
right,
the print, to really be the focus point. So you could use so fine as a blending thread in a nice blended stitch design all around the back.
It is thinner. I mean, it feels thin. I mean, you can really tell the difference. I had never thought. I mean, obviously you do this for a living, but like when you look at these threads, you probably can't see them, but they really are. It feels thinner. The red does.
Yeah, there's a significant difference when you're going from a 40 weight to a 50 weight.
Yeah, there really is. That's so weird. This is so cool. Thank you for taking your time to do this today. Okay, so
you're welcome.
This one is, why would you choose polyester? Because less lint. And any other reason that you would choose polyester over cotton? Because people are like all pro cotton, right?
So much of this is personal preference.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then again, a bobbin. Can you put cotton with bob? Like, let's say you can just make your own bobbin with this, or you can get bobbins that are red that go with it, and then you would do a polyester to polyester bobbin. Does the bobbin and the top have to both be cotton and polyester, or can you mix? And why would you do that?
You can mix. They do not have to be the same fiber.
Okay. Cool. All right. This is the last.
At least in the version of the Quilting Bible that I have read and that I subscribe to, they do not need to be the same.
They don't need to be the same. And do you see people, like, why do you see people choosing one over the other? Do you have a sense of, like, who are these people? Like, are they?
So I feel like there's definitely a lot of like passed down knowledge, and that's not necessarily like mother-daughter knowledge as much as it can be like peer-to-peer knowledge. But there are like cotton has been around forever. So if grandma quilted and then she taught mom how to quilt and then mom taught you how to quilt, like there is an underlying factor of you have to use cotton thread.
Yeah.
But that's all that there was.
Right.
60 years ago.
A choice.
And now you can get polyester thread that looks just like cotton. Generally speaking, polyester thread is cheaper to manufacture than cotton, and that goes to any sort of synthetic material compared to a naturally occurring material.
Now, is it stronger? Does it break less in the machine, or is it just personal?
That's a great question and rumor kind of rolled up into one.
Yeah.
Polyester is not inherently stronger than cotton when it comes to a thread. The size of the thread and the type of processing which is done on the thread really matters more than that. Like if you take that masterpiece, that cotton 50 weight, and then you break it and then you compare that to so fine, like it's going to be almost the same, if not stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really strong. I can't break it. There you go. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay, there's that one. And then this one. Okay, I'm just not good at breaking. Yeah, that was a little harder to break. That's not how it works, though. That's a little bit harder to break. This is our very scientific test. So how hard is it to break the thread?
Really good. Yeah.
But
it's really it actually.
Yeah, and people talk about your threads, and that's what they like about it. And then this one, obviously, this was the thinner one, and it was still hard to break, but not as hard to break. Okay, so we have a lot of thread here. Okay, this one. Okay.
That is Fantastico. So that is our beautiful high sheen polyester thread. Okay. So this.
Tell me about it.
When embroidery really came to the scene in the 80s, and it was really nice to be able to embroider. Rayon was the fiber which was used. Rayon isn't as strong. It's not as color fast as polyester thread is. So you can take polyester and you can make it look like rayon by having this great sheen and by having great strength.
Got it. And so the difference between Fantastico and King Tut. King Tut is cotton and Fantastico is polyester, but they're both like many colors in the...
Yep, both variegated.
Shiny. Yeah, variegated.
And that's the difference. That's what the main difference is going to be. Fantastico, you're going to have a nice sheen to it. King Tut's going to be more matte.
Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go back to my ridiculous panel. Like, you could do, like, I know you don't care, but look, I think this would be really cool. So
yeah, we're great right there on the green.
Right? Because it would have the it's all patchy, and this is all patchy, so it would make it like a double patchy. It would add to the thing. That's why you would use something like this, right?
Variegated are really popular on modeled fabric as well as batik fabrics. Anything that you get a little bit of color depth to, variegated threads are fantastic.
This is pretty awesome. Okay, and bobbin in this one, same thing as before.
Bobbin would be this. I'd recommend either sew fine or bottom line.
Or bottom line. Can you use the Fantastico in the bobbin if you?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So the only one not to use in the bobbin is this one, definitely. But the rest of them, if you wanted to, you could. This one is blending.
If you want to.
Right. Do a blending one. This one bobbin is fine because it's strong and thin. It's 50, not that thin. It's medium. This one is great for piecing and the bobbin, right? This one I think is my favorite. I think I'm kind of in love with this one. I'm not sure why. It's so weird. I know it sounds weird. It's just see if I can show. It's just like cream, but something about it is just so pretty. And I used it on a whole cloth, like a cream whole cloth, and it just made it look so elegant and so pretty. I really am I have a bit of a crush on it. I really do like this one.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, and Masterpiece, hands down, our most popular piecing thread, our most popular quilting thread when a quilter wants to use a cotton thread that blends. It's just qualities of the thread make it really smooth.
Yeah, it just made it really pretty. I mean, like it's like I know you can't tell from people if they're seeing the ridiculous video we're making. You can't tell from here, but it's just really pretty. It's just really pretty. It's like such a pretty, and I'm not kind of a bolder person usually, but I love this. It made me want to sew in cream. So, all right. So we have all the lids. We got to put the lids back on. So putting the lid back on, since I was so bad at taking it off, when you suggest putting the thread on, I imagine put the thread on there and then just put the lid on so that it doesn't unroll. Is that right? Is that what you're doing?
That's right. You got it.
I'm so clever. And I guess except I put King Tut on Fantastico, so that's not so clever.
That can become problematic.
Totally. So that like you're reordering and you're like, this is not the right one. I totally see that happening. Why did I have this? Why did for this happen? All right, cool. Well, I will put them all back on after we get off. So this is so great. I can't tell you. We did get response that people didn't. There are many people out there like me who are a little intimidated by the whole thread and needle situation. So we really do appreciate the education. And let me just thanks. I really do appreciate it. I want you to come back. We want to do some more education on more threads.
Oh, I'd love to come back. Any. That's what my wife teases me. She says, like, while other guys talk sports, you talk quilting.
Totally.
I'm like, yeah, well, I love this.
You got it right.
This is great.
So now, is the Superior Thread in any of the upcoming quilt shows? Will you guys be anywhere?
Yeah, we will. In fact, we just wrapped up some shows, and I'll tell you which ones we're going to be at.
Cool.
This is going to be a busy show year. We have 46 different quilt shows which we are attending and exhibiting.
That's insane. So you're going to be at Paducah, I imagine, right? That's the big one.
Yeah, we'll be at Paducah. We'll be at Lancaster.
Oh, cool.
I'm loading up my calendar right now.
Oh, you're back. That's so weird. You came back. Do you think it's because was your computer sleeping? Why are you back? No. That's so great. You're back. Hi. That's so great.
Good, right again. Hello, everyone. We're going to be we'll be at the Dallas Quilt Celebration this week, OSQE in Atlanta, and at Lakeland this and next week. We'll be at Lancaster. We'll be at Rusty Barn in Denver, and then at the Gamble Stitch Conference in Virginia. And that's all this week, next week, and the following week.
Wow. That's great. We're going, JustWannaQuilt we're going to be roaming around Paducah. So we'll come see you if you're in Paducah.
Great. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there on the from the 18th to the 21st. We'd love to see you there.
Awesome. Well, we're going to try to do Facebook Live and say hi to people and all of that. So we'll come by and chat with you and see what the booth looks like. That'd be super great. All right, I'm going to turn off the recording before we go. But thank you again. There will be a test for the people listening out there. We will totally make a test, right? We'll make a quiz. I can make a quiz. I'll make a quiz for you, and we'll see. I'm really good at making tests and quizzes. There'll be an essay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not really, but I'm just kidding. So, okay, hold on.
Formatted, right?
Exactly. We'll have ExamSoft on your exam. You can't cheat. There'll be a whole thing.
Boy.
This is like so cool. I mean, I really do feel like I'm learning, and I didn't know how to do any. I mean, thread was thread for me before, so it isn't now, and that's really cool. And I'm starting to sort of understand what thread is. So that's really good. All right, hold on. I'm just going to turn the recording off, so don't leave.
Okay.
All right, hold on. So this is Elizabeth Townsend Guard. You've been listening to Just Wanna Quilt, a research podcast coming out of Tulane University Law School. We want to hear from you. Join our army, our quilting army. Go to our Facebook page. Suggest people to be interviewed. Suggest yourself to be interviewed. We are excited to hear from you. But most importantly, I hope you get a chance to quilt today.